to another car review from the Wheels and Journeys YouTube channel. Today, you're welcome with me inside something quite cool. We are in the Volkswagen Tayron. Yes, the Tayron. So, this perhaps is VW's way of saying, let's give people what they want. Many of you may know the Tiguan, the Volkswagen Tiguan. This is basically the Volkswagen Tiguan, except bigger. It measures in about 4.8 meters long, and it looks quite nice. It's basically, remember the name, Tiguan Allspace? Well, that's here, what we see today. It's the Tiguan Allspace, except they called it the Tayron. And arguably, VW has done a great job in terms of sales and reputation for their cars, and they hold a lot of weight in terms of quality and craftsmanship. My only thing about this car is that I think rivals are there's a lot of rivals. There's a lot of contenders in the segment of 7-seater SUVs that perhaps offer a lot more for a better pricing. So, and I've driven a few Chinese cars as well, and I just think that, man, the Germans really need to catch up, because the Chinese are coming in hot. But anyways, before we go on and I drone on about rivals, car is a really happy looking thing. I like it, although the chin does dominate the front a lot, and the chin can be very obnoxious looking actually. But anyways, I think VW has a way of just giving their cars a bit of some pizzazz, some classiness, and in all of their cars actually, it looks good. VW, they just have that flair of delivering nice looking vehicles, in simple terms. But the Tayron, yeah, a word that comes to mind that I'd like to actually call it is baller. Yes, baller. The word baller, because it looks quite good. Maybe it's because it's a big boy and it takes up space and garners attention. What it has here in terms of its looks, I like it. I think the back end obviously is my favorite. I like the back end of the car because it's nice. You'll notice this illuminated tail bar, VW badging. It glows red as well at nighttime, so it looks quite cool. Then you also throw in, let's say, your matrix LED lights in the front, with that big chin, of course, that obnoxiously looking chin. But the dimensions, even from the side profile of this car, we have it in the life specs, so we don't have the fancy R-line kits and bells and whistles to make it really look cool. But it still looks quite tasteful. It still looks quite nice. Even these wheels, they call it Bari alloys. Interesting. But anyways, its dimensions, it's nice. I like the Tayron. I think it's cool. It's very cool, and for a family, it would do well. Especially if you have like 4 kids, 5, 6, because there's another third row seats as well. So there's practicality too. Inside the Tayron is where it keeps it simple. VW's cabins are quite uncluttered, quite simplistic, and they are able to do it quite well without feeling like it's less. So I know some Chinese cars like the Chery Tiggo 8 Pro plug-in hybrid, which you can actually watch my YouTube video down below in the link down below. They've gone all screens galore, but here I think they keep it simple. This infotainment screen they have here, which is seen in a lot of their vehicles, it's nice. It's very simplistic, but quality. It feels good. Everything about it is nice. The seats as well, the leather seats are good. It has heated, ventilated seats and massaging seats as well, which is a bonus. I like that. All electrically operated. Type-C ports galore from the front to the back as well for your occupants. But it's just a simple cabin. Leather steering wheel, panoramic sunroof. Some could argue and say it's very basic, which in retro terms, for 850 grand, where you can go to another Chinese manufacturer and get something that has a lot of safety systems, a lot of tech, for maybe 200 grand less, maybe I'll take it. Maybe I'll take the Haval H6 over this. I don't know. But that's also one of the rivals actually with this car. But it also has wireless charging. There's that too. But yeah, it's a very simple cabin. I like this virtual cluster. There are a few safety systems on hand. It does have blind spot assist warning. It does have this emergency brake, which actually can be quite obnoxious, especially if you're reversing into parking. It just brakes quite hard. It will think you're gonna knock into something, and then boom, next thing your car is just you get a little mini heart attack, which is not good for you, especially me, who is quite prone to being a bit more anxious. But anyways, yes. So inside, you got a lot of safety systems, blind spot assist. There is adaptive cruise control, which is great, lane keeping assist. But I guess where the Germans are falling short is they're not realizing that the other rivals are coming here. The Chinese are coming over, and I think this would be my argument. I think the Chinese offer a lot more for less, and arguably a lot more tech for less. In this case, you're paying for quality, yes, German engineering, but also it's a mega brand. VW has always had that sweet spot. They're not like Audi, yes, part of the same family, but they're able to balance that quality, German quality, with being a bit more relatable. I don't know if that makes sense. It has that credibility, that nice name to it, but it's not like Mercedes-Benz or Audi or those things. They actually, yeah, they quite that sweet spot. But I think they're losing the consumers slowly because of what's been happening now with the new Chinese manufacturers taking over, and lots of other cars. We've got the Jator, we got Haval, we got GWM, which is the mothership to Chery, Haval, everybody, all the Chinese manufacturers are out and about. There's a lot actually. There's about 8 or 9. So I think that's a bit wild. But anyways, apart from that, I think this car, yeah, the inside is nice, and overall driving it is where I think it loses me a little. I prefer the diesel motor. I prefer the 2-liter diesel motor in this car, like the Tiguan, the TDI. I prefer that over the 1.4 liter TSI, which is what is in this car. I found it to be quite underwhelming and quite irritating and quite limited to what I'd like to do. I found it to be sluggish at times. When I need more power, it takes time, especially for the weight it's moving in this car. I felt it to be all of those things. But this DSG gearbox is nice. It has a smooth shifting gears, great. Can obviously configure your driving modes, put it in sport, but I just feel it's losing me here. It's absolutely losing me here. But I'm getting butts in the mid 7 liters per kilometers, so it's okay. Balances efficiency quite well. And yeah, you know what? Let's just test this theory. So of course it feels good. It's nice, has a bit of punch, but I'm just controlling it. It also has a bit of paddle shifters. It has paddle shifters here, but put your foot down. It's okay. It has power. It's about 110 kilowatts and 250 newton meters of torque, which, yeah, hence I say underwhelming. And you put your foot down. Okay, it does have some gumption to it. But the diesel is where it wins my heart. And I think if you're going to get a car like this, get it in diesel. You know, the 1.4 liter TSI is enough for simple commuting, cruising, all of those things. But the diesel will be a lot more torquey, a lot more power. And yeah, I think the Tayron, all in all, it goes nicely. It feels quite good. And for its weight that it moves around, it goes quite nice. You put your foot down and it flies quite nicely. 110 kilowatts, it's okay, it's adequate. Not the greatest, but it's adequate. weight. Like I said, it actually you can push it in a corner pretty well. But obviously this will be a family SUV, so there won't be much spirited driving done here. That's maybe where you should get your Golf R for the weekend. But yeah, 853 grand for this. It goes head to head with the Kia Sorento, Haval H6, the Toyota RAV4, and I'll just throw the Cherry Tiggo 8 plug-in hybrid, which you can watch that YouTube video down below. And there's a lot more others, actually. There's a lot more bandwidth to play with for that pricing in this space. But you be the judge of that. And I think signing out, would I buy it? Listen, it's German, it's quality, but it doesn't really stir the soul that much. So if I had a family though, I might take it. But that's me signing out. Thank you so much for watching. Please do like, share and subscribe, and stay tuned for more to come from the Wheels and Journeys YouTube channel. Cheers.